Seller financing explained. Seller financing may be new to some homeowners, but it's been around for a very long time. Let's find out more. If you own your home free and clear, are looking to sell but haven't been able to do it yet, this is the strategy for you. The big picture. Seller financing can be the perfect way to sell your property while getting the price and terms that work for you and your buyer. Seller carryback is simply owner financing, where a seller with a property acts as the bank. This strategy makes the deal useful and profitable for both the seller and the buyer. Seller financing is becoming increasingly popular for sellers since qualifying for traditional loans has become more challenging under our current economy. Here's an example. When a seller has trouble selling their house, they can create a note on their own house, thus carrying back a note. Here's how it works. Buyer and seller sign a promissory note that says the buyer will pay a specific amount of money at a specific interest rate and in a specific amount of time. It works like traditional financing, but instead of the seller giving money to the bank, the buyer makes monthly payments to the seller. Seller moves out. Transfers title and collects monthly payments from the buyer. The seller becomes the bank holding the note and collecting the payments. If at any time the buyer stops making payments, the seller has the opportunity to legally foreclose to take the property back. The seller can then try to sell the property in a traditional sale or carry back a note again. There are 5 exciting benefits of seller financing. Your money is secure. Your money is secured by a first position lien deed of trust or mortgage on the property. So in the event the buyer stops paying, you can foreclose on the property and take it back. No more dealing with tenants and toilets. When you carry back the note, you're no longer the title holder of the property. Your buyer is. So they're responsible for making any and all repairs, dealing with tenants, collecting rent, and making payments to the seller. You get the price you want. Typically, the reason you decide to carry the note is because you're getting the price you want instead of selling for a huge discount. In return, you work with your buyer on giving them great terms, and everyone will walk away as a winner. It's the simplest and easiest way to sell a property. Real estate investors are regular people and are easy to work with. You don't need to fix or clean anything. All paperwork will be handled by the investor or the closing agent. There are no commissions or closing costs. And with no banks involved, the approval process is as simple as having a conversation with your buyer. You can sell your note to other investors. There are many investors that have been sitting on cash waiting for the right to invest in a performing note. So if you had to, you could sell your note to another investor for quick cash in your pocket. They'd be willing to cash you out. There are some downsides. If the buyer stops making payments, then you'll have to foreclose to get your property back. The process is time-consuming and can become costly. We have an outstanding track record of making payments on time or ahead of schedule and have never been foreclosed on. We prefer to sign a deed in lieu of foreclosure and set up online payments to prevent the mortgage payments from going into severe default after 30 days of non-payment. That means if we suddenly disappear and nobody can find us on planet Earth and the payment is not made for 30 days, on day 31, the title will be automatically transferred back to the original seller, which is you. Here's how you could use it. Let's say Samantha wants to sell the home she's owned for 25 years. She paid the mortgage off, owns it free and clear, and now wants to downsize and travel. Her house is worth $100,000. It needs $20,000 in repairs, and she wants to sell it for $90,000. But agents only return with lowball offers, and now Samantha's frustrated. That's why smart investor Jack comes to ask Samantha if she would be interested in a seller finance strategy and carrying back the note. Samantha says she's interested, and Jack asks what her goals are. First, Samantha tells him that she wants to travel the country in an RV and needs $10,000 for down payment, as well as $5,000 for expenses. After listening to Samantha, Jack offers her the $90,000 that she wants, and they agree to the terms as follows: $15,000 as a down payment, and the rest to be paid off in equal monthly payments until the balance is paid off. Samantha happily agrees, knowing that she gets the price she wants and mailbox money every month. Jack and the closing agent create all the needed paperwork, create the note, and secure Samantha's financing to Jack. The best feature of this strategy is it opens many ways to create a win-win scenario that makes sense for both the buyer and the seller. Contact Liberating Owners today by calling 951-801-4649 or log on to liberatingownersllc.com to get a cash offer and work with us.